Hey, we're live, everyone! That was the quickest fucking countdown ever. Hello, I am Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our fourth and final season of Dark Matter.
6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah, they were also cancelled before. Let's see if Netflix picks up my
Oof.
stream.
I mean, they could. There's some.
You can get
Profit
anything on
somewhere.
Netflix. I mean, but yeah, let's recap a bit. I'll ask my players in no particular order, but let's recap our last season. What were the major plot points that you went through that led you to being stranded in the void?
I mean, we saved a lot of people. We destroyed a beholder.
Uldoon made me want to tear my hair out.
Wait, did we actually destroy a beholder?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I killed the beholder with my spiritual weapon while paralyzed. I want credit for that one.
Ah, okay.
You should get it credit where it's due. We've also met with a god. You know, no big deal.
Casually met a god, yeah.
And then
Who
met a different kind of god on a planet as a
Yep.
Megatarask.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
didn't
god.
need
At this
that.
point, it's a god. I mean,
Well, so the interesting thing though is that god that we met then was vanished, or what happens to a god when they die? They don't die.
No, that's a big question. But the Tarask wasn't dead.
No,
Right, it
he's
was
talking
dormant.
about Olden.
Oh,
Yeah.
Olden.
Olden, yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
you do.
Y'all
no,
have
I
an
mean-
egg.
We have Baby Un now, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We have Baby, and I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
legally
Yeah.
distinct from Baby Groot.
Yes.
But somehow still in love with great 70s and 80s music.
Yes.
So I mean, there's this whole section that I was that Doxy has trouble remembering because I think the captain was triggering the memory effects too often, and yeah,
There's like a 2 weeks gap.
yeah. So the whole time, yeah.
It admittedly, I saved the same guy twice.
Oh, right. Yeah, Aminette.
Yeah, did that twice.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch that happened with the Knights, the Sepulchre, and oh man, yeah. What else?
Well, we
Oh,
came
man.
back from our encounter with a Megatarask to the space station that we just recently saved being in the process of being demolished again.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and then time stopped. Someone time stopped me. That was frustrating. Oh boy, hi.
I mean, and the Illithid are attacking.
Again.
Like this Illithid? Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak to that. That's just a...
She's just
Adorable.
hugging. She's just hugging me.
Well, and I got an overpowered artifact that allows me to teleport across the universe at will.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
right.
can't... But you... If anyone's within 300 feet of you, we can't sleep.
Yeah, fortunately I can create a mansion in my room now that prevents that.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
Oh, so you don't have to sleep in the fridge?
correct.
Damn it.
Loophole.
Yeah, you're good with that.
You just made changes to the investigator class so you could sleep.
No, that was Oldoon. That was Oldoon. The codex you gave me, the same item that does the sleeping bullshit, gives me a mansion that I can create at will, or not at will, but pretty often. It's an artifact. They do
Mhm.
silly things.
Okay.
And yeah, last we left during the finale of our third season 2 weeks ago, you were teleported into the void after the ship has been held in stasis by some powerful
Definitely not the
force,
void.
let's say, if not godly power.
Would you say it's ungodly power?
No, it's
No,
pretty much
it's
divine.
godly. It's
It-
godly.
It's the void. The void put us in time stop.
And you were whisked away into the void where you encountered a colossal being. A creature of darkness and eyes that spoke in a soft yet terrible voice and welcomed you. And that's where we're gonna pick up today. We can see the ship, the Scarlet Trust, just hovering in the middle of a dark landscape, I guess. You don't know what is up, what is down. There are no stars. There's no ground anywhere. Your radar seems to be picking up things moving about in the darkness. And of course, this giant creature. So immense that it could take the ship into its hand and crush it effortlessly.
Can we still feel the engine rumbling?
There is still the soft humming of the engines, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, just to kind of remap, where is everyone?
Good question. Where is everyone?
I think to leave off everyone, you were in the arcane lab. I had walked onto the bridge to try and cast against the Illithid fleet and couldn't. The other two had come out of the fridge and then suddenly we were in the void. So I don't know where the other two are. I think I'm still on the bridge then.
And when we enter into this new space, does time seem to continue, or is it still like stuck in some way?
You're not stuck anymore.
Okay, so like I'm like things are moving, like if there's like sensors and things like that, they're active again. Okay. I think Doxy would immediately get on the comms and is everyone aboard? And then pull up like a screen and try to figure out where they are.
I think everyone is here.
Present and accounted for.
Yeah, I'm here. All right, so.
And just to make sure, because I know that we were all able to move, Simon, do Whitney, and this is meant to be for Whitney and Rose, because I know we have some NPCs on the ship and stuff. So, do they check in?
Yep, they keep their conversation. They keep going into their conversation as if nothing had happened.
Oh, interesting.
And they see you by the kitchen door, and Rose looks at you and says, "Doxy, is everything all right? You look pale."
We may have just experienced an anomaly of sort. For you, time nothing changed, but for me, time stopped, and I was moving when nothing else was.
Oh. And she looks around her, trying to see if anything's out of place, and she's like, "How long were we like this?"
Perhaps only a few minutes, but maybe even less. But around us, much was happening. I think we need to gather the crew. Like there's kind of like a disturbance in Doxy's normal cheeriness.
Okay. Do we all go on the bridge?
To the war room.
We already are in the war room.
Oh, everyone come to the war room.
It's the kitchen, Doxy. It's always been the kitchen.
No, it's the war room.
It is the kitchen.
War room.
But battle plans need to be made.
¿Por qué no las dos?
Can I have a sandwich
Because
over
it's
there?
a kitchen and I can get... no. And I don't think we need battle plans so much as...
do you need a sandwich? I can make you a sandwich.
I'm coming to the kitchen then.
And Doxy will make some sandwiches.
as everyone make their way to the kitchen room.
Nope, the kitchen room.
Twitch will follow. He was sitting, they were sitting in the, fuck, what was their pronoun again? I think it was they.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch was a they, right? Yeah, they were sitting in the pilot chair when time stopped. So they get up and they make their way to the war room.
And like Doxy will already have kind of just various simulations being projected into a 3D map of like what's been going on around the ship, what they observed, because for the most part, like the ship was in a time bubble, and then what was happening around them didn't really seem to be affecting them. Is that right?
Yep.
But there were things happening.
There were things happening outside of the bubble. Yeah.
Okay, so like, yeah, basically like the whole like battle extrapolation plan. You see like a three-dimensional hologram of it. There was so much going on. I mean, this here is where the Knights Templar were getting, for lack of a better term,
lost.
Yes. And then this is where the Illithid...
They lost. The answer is that the Knights of the Sepulchre lost, and the Illithid won.
Are you saying that there's nobody left? Nobody's left
they
alive?
bugged out at the end.
Yes. We all left. It was an overwhelming force.
No, something prevented us from engaging.
Well,
actually, I should be more accurate that my boss prevented us from engaging.
Your boss?
What?
The void literally prevented us from engaging.
Is that where we are now?
Yes.
As you see kind of another display show of whatever the fuck I have on sensors of where we are.
It's just nothing. Like there's your ship.
Right.
In let's say it's like a cube-shaped holographic projection, and your ship is in the middle of that cube.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing around. No
stars,
objects,
no cosmic bodies.
Yeah.
No cosmic bodies. Yeah. Yep.
Doxy, I believe your scanners might be dead.
Well, the ship wasn't working fully, but I think based upon what Kebichet said, we may actually, in fact, be in the void.
Do you have any kind of cameras that shows us the outside?
All it will show you is blackness.
Not necessarily.
Can you show us that blackness?
And like various hard light monitors pop up with live feeds to the external views that we have.
They are basically all empty except for one that has a giant yellow eye staring into it.
See, there's a sun.
That's not a sun, Eddard.
It blinks.
Your godly things are creepy.
Gods are creepy.
Yes.
With all due respect, great giant thing outside that can probably hear us.
As most gods tend to. I don't really know much about them, honestly.
Well, Kebichet, that's your guy. Can you talk to him?
Have a conversation? I'm sure I can. I regularly do so. Whether I get an answer that we like is a different question.
I think at this point, any answer is going to be one that we have to accept.
Your orders, Captain?
We're sure that the void over there? I mean, everyone's heard, stories. Plenty of people have seen ships emerging from jumps with mysterious claw marks all over them. Is that the void, or is that something that resides in the void that might do us harm?
There's an easy way to find out.
Let's investigate.
If you'll excuse me, then.
If I could, would I be able to do like a full sensor suite look at where we are and the creatures or creature that
Are around.
were around? Yeah.
You would, once you sweep for life form, you would notice thousands of life forms all around the ship.
I seem to have been mistaken before with my statement. We are not alone here.
You never are. In the void.
Are they within the shield, or is the shield holding?
Yeah. Would I know this with the?
Yeah,
Sensor
they're
suite.
outside of, like, I mean, the shield isn't, like, super far out of your the hull of your ship.
Right.
But they are all staying within a certain perimeter.
Okay.
Like, roughly, I mean,
Is
on a
it
galactic
kinda-
scale, they're on you, but they're on a, like, character scale, they're probably, like, 500 feet away.
Right. And is it kind of a sharks circling kind of vibe versus a I don't know another thing that swims to avoid something?
Can you make a
Dolphins.
nature check?
I can.
Oh, I'm asking Doxy something that he doesn't have plus 15 in.
Sensor sweeps, investigation. Did that thing work? Did that work? It did! Haha! 22!
Jesus.
Take that in your out of the box skill check.
It's more like a school of fish
Okay.
that would swim around a, like, newfound object. They're, like, intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see like the tension lessen a little bit on Doxy's face, and he's like, oh, they're just curious. And he like starts like formulating different experiments of like how to communicate with them and various means. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Someone else have things to do.
Keberchet has been very restrained the entire time she was talking to you, and she literally, when she said, excuse me, turned and walked out and walked into her quarters and set everything up to meditate.
The ship shakes the moment you enter into your meditation.
Like, what? Who did that?
Hey, Doxy.
Yes.
Is there a way we can... I mean, I know that time travel's theoretically possible.
Theoretically. Where are you getting at with that?
The Mind Flayers have taken a lot of people, a lot of lives. We presumably just lost every single person at the Solar Citadel. Plus, who knows how many people they've been taking control of for the past however long they've invaded. I'm not saying that we time travel today, tomorrow, or even a month from now, but if we could find out where they first invaded and deal with them at the time that they first invaded, we could save a lot of lives. And we already know we're stuck in a time loop. I mean, this ship, by all scans, came from the future. Uldoon himself told us that this is, the 1,000-something time loop. Maybe what we need to do to finally beat this thing is not just have the ship travel back, but us travel back with the knowledge we've acquired.
That is a solid option. However, I'm not very familiar. I'm not very familiar with time travel. From a character standpoint, no. But I would probably be postulating the concept because I'm dealing with like one of my specialties is engines and using like insane forces to create massive amounts of energy. And through that you get some weird quantum sciences and other different things, which time travel theoretically exists. So from that, what I have like heard of a technique or in my research, or I could start researching now, a technique or artifact that is claimed to have the ability to travel through time, anything like that, or even like a creature that has this weird ability that has been discovered. And I could potentially use my Astrogations Incorporated, or right? Connections to find strange and interesting information of the galaxy.
I'd say, make a technology check.
Okay, technology check.
I use the help action.
Haha!
You both rack your brains.
Yeah, and if this relates at all to old magical technology, a star gnome thing, I can, whenever I make an intelligence technology check to identify old magical technology, you can add twice your proficiency bonus instead of proficiency.
That would count.
All right, yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be ridiculous.
DC in my head is very high, but
and then I have advantage. So add 3 to that, so 25.
25. That's just the number I had. So,
huzzah!
Winning! Specializations.
You go back through
sometimes
time.
help.
You kill the mind flayers. Game over. Congratulations. There's nothing I can do to challenge you anymore. No, seriously, there's been talk of time travel.
Okay.
Legends across the galaxy of people that were able either willingly or unwillingly to travel through time.
Right.
There exist pockets of planar rifts that would send you like tumbling back through time to an exit, like a tunnel, if you will.
Got it.
There's another theory about black holes, that black holes are actually portals to other dimensions, other planes. But it's all hearsay and rumors. Of course, a god would probably be the most adept at, traveling through time, or at least manipulating time in such a way, especially one that, let's say, stop time for your ship. And there are also, from what you gathered, the info you asked from Astrogations Inc., very old civilizations in the Elven homeworld that were apparently able to control time.
Do I have like a name or something that I could latch onto that like a location, name, or artifact specifics, or anything like that's talked about?
You would have a name. The name of the civilization is called the Devir.
How do you spell that?
It's in the Roll20 chat. Devir.
Excellent. The Devere. Yes, Captain. Based upon your inquiry, it does seem like there were, and like, kind of the way I see this little montage happening is, Doxy has like screens all surrounding him while Eddard's like eating a sandwich, and then the captain is like, I don't know, being like, what about this? What about that? And Doxy's got like 5 different screens up and has a virtual keyboard or like interactions doing various things, like kind of doing like the Matrix like searching bar, so like multiple searches running simultaneously, and he says, it seems that there was an ancient elvish civilization by the name of the Devir that seemed to have a control over time in some way, shape, or form. It does align with the Fae. The Fae having a kind of timeless element to them.
Okay, so continuing upon that, we know this ship has already traveled from the future to the past at least once.
That's true. Maybe I can find something within the systems of the ship.
Exactly. So we should definitely look at this civilization when we have a chance. We don't want to make sure, we don't want to waste too much time if this. We know time travel is possible, but if we can't figure out the secret before the universe is destroyed, it doesn't matter. But
I mean, I can certainly devote myself to it, and maybe have one other assist me.
How about Rose?
What? I can assist you. I'm good at things.
I mean, she did work at the library.
Oh, I can index like crazy.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
I have a feeling.
Search index.
We have a gate.
That was coding humor, by the way.
It went over my head.
Yeah. I figured as much.
We have a interplanar gate that doesn't function. Maybe we should start there.
Sorry, I missed that. I was yes.
But the interplanar gate that doesn't work properly currently.
Yes.
Uses a refrigerator. Secret could
yes.
be there.
It's good. That is a good postulation. I've been so distracted by our other endeavors that I haven't quite looked into that yet.
Yeah, we only have to figure out how to kill a hive mind of an ancient evil
yes.
Race
It's
that
been a lot.
predates humanity.
Most of the civilizations, not just humanities, Captain.
Yeah, no. When I meant humanity, let me rephrase that.
Sentient life.
Yes, exactly. Predates sentient life. No, this is just Oh, and then there was that ridiculous quest where we had to get this thing, and I produced the codex, and then it's been a lot. So hopefully we can figure something out in time. But if we don't, obviously the priority is how do we kill the hive mind.
A very good question. Well, we had some ideas on that last.
We did. And I think ultimately it's going to kind of lean into more of the domain of Kevashet. But, if she needs your assistance with coming up with a way to kill the thing, for the time being, that takes a priority. But
speaking of Captain, what happened? Where'd she go?
Meditating.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be talking with a god.
That's
So
when
I
the
think
camera is gonna pan over to her. Like the camera goes through the vent in the kitchen. We hear the voice of Eddard answering, saying that she went into a quarters. It echoes through the vents. We pass by 2 Wismos. a chew toy down the vent into Kebichet's room.
It's like she's got it mostly dark, and she's taken the incense that she keeps in front of her personal altar out and lit it, and she's taken that very long white piece of cloth that the captain saw in her quarters once before and laid it out in front of her, and she's kind of seated in full lotus in front of it and says, well, time to have a conversation. And she just enters that meditative state that she does all the time and just lets herself fall into the comfort of the void that she's experienced before.
And that's when the ship shakes. And you hear a voice. Deep, powerful, but there's something behind it, like a lingering pain, perhaps. Yes, daughter.
You needed us?
Now more than anything.
Where are we going?
The ship lurches and spins 180 degrees.
Back.
In this direction is the wound that the mind flayers have inflicted upon me. It grew and festered over time, like a cancer, destroying everything it touches, corrupting my very essence. It needs to be removed. I need to be made whole again.
Well, I am a surgeon. I'm assuming it's your avatar outside? Or is that something we should be running from?
Several eyes pop up on the camera feeds and blink. And the voice in your mind says, "It is one of the guardians, one of my many servants. I am the void. I am all-encompassing. I am everywhere and nowhere.
As
I
you've
bear
always
no
been.
form."
My ultimate comfort. So you need a doctor, and one has arrived.
This might require more than just one doctor.
Well, I've got a very handy support staff. Is there something in particular else we need?
I will defer to your good judgment. You have proved far more resourceful than I would have hoped.
That's a comfort. I guess we'll be seeing you shortly.
And there's nothing, no voice that replies, but you get the feeling that if it were a mortal creature, it would probably be coughing.
Is this the same illness your brother suffered?
Yes. Well, yes and no, I should say. It is similar. This one made for me and me alone. It burrows through me.
So, an infestation that needs to be removed more than an infection.
Call it what you will, I call it a disease. One I cannot fight, one that Margardians are powerless against, and one that threatens your space-faring civilizations more than you think.
Well, time for me to get to work then, isn't it?
There's no answer, but the ship does move from side to side. Like it, like just after the ship takes off,
Mm-hmm.
there's always a bit of swaying as the reactors stabilize and everything. It's kind of the same. Which makes you think that perhaps you were landed?
Don't suppose you have coordinates to go with that very fine instruction?
The void is blackness. The void is utter dark. This disease has a shape, has a form. It can be seen through the darkness. You will know it when you see it. And if you are wise, you will not approach until you are sure of yourself. You only get one chance.
Well, I've never been overly foolhardy. And she'll just kind of let her mind drift back.
The eyes blink out of existence on the cameras.
And she'll roll up that stole, that white stole, and store it back in the box it is on her altar. Take a moment, breathe very deeply. Go to open and stride open the door and almost trip over Doxy as he's like pacing in front of her. But I can't hear him because
Ah! You're back! Oh, sorry. Oh, that scared me. Oh. How is it talking to God? Or your God? Is it like when we talk to Uldun?
no.
He's much less of a dick.
He is infinitely more comforting, and I do appreciate his company. And
Interesting.
be honest, Uldun is never mind.
Well, we
You
found
don't
some
have
things.
to say it. You don't have to say it. We're all thinking it.
Well, we found some things. And Doxy's like shows the ancient civilization with like the big words time travel. Like the search bar says time travel on it, and then you see like the Elven civilization, and then he's like, oh, and like it's kind of like when a kid remembers all the things that like need to happen. Like you're like entering into this space, and we need to pick up Eddard's mech. Oh, I'm so excited to tinker with it.
Well, yes, we do need to get Edda's birthday present. That is important. We have a surgery to perform, apparently.
Oh,
Infestation that needs to be removed from the void before it can help us even further. Apparently, we're going in this direction.
I will walk with her.
Is it towards the eye?
Nope.
Okay.
It's away from the Guardian.
Away from the giant creature.
Yeah, so by the way, that was not the Void as a personification, that is one of the Guardians that resides in the Void, and, you know, they're friendly
Fascinating.
with me.
They don't look friendly, they look immense.
Well, based upon my readings, there were thousands of them, so we're surrounded by it. But they're very friendly. It seems they were just curious as to what we are. As am I curious about what they are.
I mean, I could introduce you to the Void.
I don't know how to take that. That seems.
It's either a threat or an invitation.
Yeah, it's a veil. It could be. I can interpret that as a veiled threat. What do you mean, introduced to the Void?
Well, I could guide you through meditation to introduce you to the Void as it exists. Currently.
Dun 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 dun! Doxy becomes a paladin of the Void. No, I'm just
Wow.
Sorry, I just had a thought.
Right turn right there.
I couldn't help but voice that opinion or that thought. I've never really had a relationship with any kind of god before. Oldun was the only one I've ever really interacted with.
And that didn't go well for us at all, now did it?
No, that was pretty harsh. Yeah, sure. Like kind of like a hesitation, you see it in Doxy's demeanor, but then also just like a deep curiosity of like,
Well, I mean, I'm assuming we have some. I have no idea right now. We're going in. The ship needs to go in that direction to find the infection. Captain, I believe we're going in that direction right now because that's the way the ship was been turned.
Doxy puts up a screen like wherever you pointed, like tries to extrapolate and like shows like a 3D a three-dimensional display of kind of like what's in that space. It's like, you mean that way?
There's nothing on the display.
Yeah. But like it's like a circle with like an arrow and like
Yeah.
It's like kind of like the compass, right? Three-dimensional space compass.
Yep, we'll know it when we see it. It doesn't belong. Therefore,
Do you know what we're going to be faced with?
probably an infection caused by the Illithid to harm the Void and therefore allow them to expand out into the universe without consequence or restraint.
So we're talking about an actual wound or something more philosophical?
My divine inspiration was much better. Spoke of it as a disease, therefore we shall treat it as a disease.
Okay.
I'm sure it has some greater physical change, some sort of conversation. I mean, this is a conversation we are having in a meditative state, so I'm sure that there are some things that are probably different from a metaphysical versus a physical understanding of life. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay, I'll make sure all the gun batteries are primed.
Yes. Hey, Doxy, can I get a very large laser scalpel?
And a
Huh?
what's that?
What place sells the best laser scalpels?
Well, no. So, what Doxy actually does is like yes, sure. And like presses a few buttons. A contraption that you've not really seen him use much in your presence forms, and he begins manipulating various levers and cranks, and it's like, and within a minute creates you like an amazing hard light laser scalpel.
How big is it?
However big you want it to be.
Wow.
Yeah, she kind of, it's like the size of her, roughly, like the handle's roughly the size of her staff, and she kind of takes it and starts spinning it like she does the staff, and she's puts on a bit more show than she usually does, and you realize that she really does know how to use that staff as a weapon, even though she doesn't. It's like, it's very nice. Slightly overweighted on the front end. You might want to take like a half gram, maybe 2 off the top, 1, maybe 2 grams off the top.
And with a deft hand, seems to like literally carve it out with your modifications out of the hard light. It'll only last for a little while, but it'll be sufficient for maybe an hour or 2.
Well, hopefully we get there soon enough. If not, you can make me another one.
Of course, I can do it as many times as you need.
So, we're going this way. We have a wound to deal with, and then I have a bunch of Illithid to kill.
All right. Well, it sounds like we have many leads. Captain, what's the decision?
That way.
Eddard! The helm!
What? Yeah, okay, sandwich, come on.
And if we have nothing better to do while we go in that direction, let's check out that gate that we never got around to fixing.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I said I sent Eddard or asked Eddard to go to the helm, and then Doxy will head down to engineering and the gate.
And I'll help as well.
We might also want to check on that delivery of Eddard's birthday present. It will probably prove useful in the near future.
Out of curiosity,
As soon as
Simon.
we're out of the void.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, Simon, do I somehow have like oh, actually, that's a very good point.
Does
lot of
Spoogle
things.
work?
Yeah, does Spoogle work basically in this extra dimensional plane?
Oddly enough, Spoogle works. They
Because Spoogle is everywhere.
they
Oh
passed
god.
they passed fiber in the void. There are giant cables that are being gnawed by void sharks.
There's a CCO, Chief Cleric Officer of the Void, that just works for Spoogle to make sure it always works.
Yeah. They have like a little station that's just like floating in the void.
They literally
my-
pray for the internet.
Oh my gosh.
No, not just the internet. They pray for Spoogle.
So if that's the case, Simon, then I
mean,
would.
Sure, Spamazon has it too.
Yeah, spam. That's what I was gonna say. It's like I would track my shipping for Spamazon.
I'm gonna have to.
You're like, has
retract-
my delivery arrived?
I'm gonna have to retract this. The void only uses Spalta Vista.
Oh God!
Oh.
Wow! We're just going deep into these. Deep in.
Yes.
Like Deep Space 9. Anyway, so yeah, I would track the shipment, and I believe we had said that it was being shipped to an asteroid mining colony.
An abandoned asteroid mining facility. Yep.
Right.
Oh, it's there.
Somewhere. Okay. Yes. Well, we have it there whenever we need it. So whenever we can get our way, whenever. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Priorities. And like Doxy like pulls up another screen and starts making a list of like all the different things that we have to do. I'm like, oh, time to prioritize.
So
Captain,
okay,
please do not put him under a spell again. He's never gonna be able to recover from that.
already did.
Too late.
You're a monster.
Like Doxy's energy just like, yes, all right, let's go.
Hey, it was approved by the SDA.
We've talked about how that they have very poor regulations, and I would not trust them at all, Captain.
They approved
Docs-
Crash Cola.
There's
Yeah.
that too.
And
No,
Doxy,
Crash Cola is discontinued.
you see like pop-ups of different screens. It's like, well, actually, Captain, it seems like it's covered well in the SDA, but the Elvish Council does not agree with using that particular spell because it has long-term effects. I'm not entirely sure, but there's not a full agreement. And like goes on like a tangent, like obviously just too much energy.
I'm gonna use my slipgate to walk to a doctor's office, get him a Vyvanse script, come back in, and here, take these.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, wait.
What a way to use your artifact.
Wow.
So you can just walk anywhere with this, and you decide to go to a doctor's office.
It's like once a day, I think, that you can use it.
4 times a day, actually.
And I mean, like, you know, not just any. You go to specifically a place because I imagine in this setting, you know, there are different types of doctors, right? And there's like, oh, let's just go to the pharmaceutical doctor. Obviously, that's the choice.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we got to get you to pay attention. So.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Captain,
Sorry,
I thought
this is
I thought-
dredging up. This is dredging up some like childhood memories right now.
Captain, I thought we agreed that you are not a medical professional and that I am. So no, you're not giving the crew anything that I have not approved for any reason whatsoever. And she'll like just reach down and pull the prescription off of you. No.
It's signed by a doctor you know quite well.
Dr. Notasham.
Yeah. Like he's on Space TV. He makes all those those late night
Oh
ads.
fuck!
She
Oh,
literally
fuck.
just brings her hand up and lets Sacred Flame kind of pool in the middle of it. It just kind of
Yeah, yeah.
more like a radiation.
There are
and
noxious fumes coming out of that paper. Like even the script is written on
She-
something that
Oh,
shouldn't
God.
be handled by anyone.
she just starts to burn it and lets it burn in front of the captain, and then turns to the captain and says, "Now you need to detox yourself because you went into that failure of a physician's space. I know of 6 people who came out with various forms of louse. Do you want
Doc-
that?"
Doxy like slowly is backing away and like, and
Alrighty, anyways, me and Doxy got to get back to working
work.
on the gate
Yeah.
You need to delouse yourself first.
later. And I walk to the gate.
You make your way to the fridge
hmm
because I will never not call it a fridge. And there stands the enigmatic gate that has always been part of your ship.
I imagine it's kind of a combination of the Stargate and the 2001 Space Odyssey like monolith. So it's like, oh, but then like yeah.
It's actually like that, but you know how the Stargate is made from modern materials? This is made from stone.
Oh shit. So it is more like the monolith. I love
Carved stone, yeah.
it. Yeah.
A
Oh.
single piece of ashen gray stone.
And I can't remember because it's been a while since we've actually explored the thing. Was there a description of like something hooking up to this stone?
Yeah, there was a console right in front of
Haha! Technology.
you with
Something
small levers.
Doxy knows well.
This sounds like ancient technology, Doxy.
Ooh, even better.
It's
Even
my-
better,
God.
even better, we have a Stargate with a DHL. Which
Yes,
means
good
that
stuff.
we're not screwed.
Yes,
and yeah, the wires and cables go from that. They go behind the portal, and they follow the ground until they reach the wall, and then go inside the wall.
Okay. So yeah, I suppose like Captain, we haven't really looked too much into this, so shall we start from the beginning?
Yeah.
So Doxy will essentially like bust out the scanner, start like doing kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy like sensor sweep of the space to try to find kind of like how everything pieces together.
You know that this stone is not from this plane of existence.
Okay. Okay.
That your scanner tells you.
Cool.
It is not found in the galaxy.
Is it considered technology in some way?
The stone itself, no.
Okay.
The technology of the console, however,
Right.
is very old and
Okay.
awkward, and in all fairness, should not be working. It's like an analog switch that can direct power in a combination of like threes. So like you get three levers, and you can move them, you know, either 1 or 0, and make any combination thereof.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we'll start there. We'll start with the console, figure out how that works and how that connects with the rings. Oh, and
The console is broken at the moment, though.
right. So let me fix that.
That's gonna require a
I
circuitry
cast
check.
Greater Mending.
Well, fuck it.
And Dox is just like, well, fuck. Why am I even an engineer? Like, if you could just do that.
The box hums, and you hear boops and beeps coming from inside of it as the levers shake and rattle. And you hear almost the noise of a pachinko machine.
So I can
As
fix
it
it, but that
settles.
doesn't mean I can understand it. That's why you're an engineer.
Fair enough, Captain. Fair enough. So I will try to understand this machine that is very old, and somehow connects to this portal.
So you have, all in all, it's 3 to the power of 3? 3 cubed, I think?
So okay.
Because it's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
3 levers, so it's like 9 different possibilities, if I remember right.
Right. Yeah, Matrix 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 by 3. Oh, okay. Well, that seems very limited.
You
But-
could roll a d10 if you want to just play around with the levers and do whatever.
No. I specifically wanted to like investigate the machine and see if there's any kind of clue to discern like the effects of the different of the usage of it. Yes, like I could definitely tinker. Captain, do I have permission to tinker? It may kill us.
Is this
What?
steps we can take before tinkering? Then when
Shut- Should I call Eddard? Well, he's flying us. Never mind.
what would he even do?
Just in case something comes out. Because Captain, this is an unknown.
Yeah.
As fascinating as that is,
No, I think I have
Al.
something for this. Just let me rack my brain here for a second.
while he's doing that, Simon, is there any way that I could use one of my many skills to learn more about, like, yeah, I guess, yeah. Are there is there an instruction manual of any kind? Like, can I figure out the inner workings of it now that it's working? Kind of like how the signals are guided. Yeah, like if I connect or if I shift the levers in a certain way, like, do I see where that connects to? Like if I were to open up the paneling or whatever and like start looking around.
Yes, the each of the. Okay.
I am an expert in using circuitry.
All right. You would know that a lot of these cables that go into the wall are actually just used to power the thing. It seems to take an enormous amount of power.
Sure.
You surmise
Surmise.
that it probably takes the power from the engines.
Right.
The same place as the engines. You've probably seen like the other end of those cables in the engineering bay without really paying attention to them.
Right.
Um,
I'm like, that's yeah, like connecting the dots, right?
and 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you. So yeah, from each lever you have small needles that inscribe or scratch a flat stone disc, like the needle on a music player recorder. The old
record player.
yeah, the record player.
Yeah.
And that
So it's like a very fine. Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the disc itself is, you can see on the, it's about, my god, like a quarter of an inch thick, but on the rim there are miniature glyphs carved deeper than what the needles can do.
Okay.
And that disc is connected to a pipe, if you will, like a copper pipe, a brass pipe, I should say. And that brass pipe bends at a 90-degree angle and is plugged straight into the stone circle.
Okay. So kind of like a transference of whatever the disc is creating to the
it
disc,
looks
or
like
to the ring.
a more magical, like it's more magical than technological.
Sure. Captain, this may be more in your purview than mine, and like I'll kind of show the disc with the different runes. However, I do have Spoogle, and like I get like a camera to take a snapshot of the different runes, and then I Google search them all, or Spoogle search them all.
I guess I can roll a knowledge arcana real quick.
Yeah, so I'm going to assist you doing that.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. What does myths and legends get me? Advantage already. Shame that double advantage doesn't exist. Oh well. I'm gonna use genius though to re-roll, see if I can do better.
No, because that was pretty
Come on.
average for you.
Yeah. 23. There we go.
You find, using both Spoogle and your own knowledge of arcane things, hold the website on the tower's BBS. Something that has probably been taken down ages ago, but you found it in cache, let's say. In space cache.
Doxy has ways.
It's it's an old script that isn't native to this part of the multiverse, and you managed to translate it with that 23.
Mm-hmm.
The disc says, property of the city of Sigil.
Oh. Sigil.
Do I know what sigil is?
There's a theory that says that the center of all the universes, all combined, is just this giant donut-shaped city. Which doesn't make sense because it's too small. Like, how can a city be the center of the universe?
Can I
Or
also
the multiverse.
Do I know it's also called the City of Doors?
Yes, you would.
Okay. It's a fabled City of Doors. It's been dismissed as, legend, but, well, I mean, it could be an elaborate joke by some crazy wizard, but...
I mean, it is a door, and Doxy looks at the ring, the archway. Does it say anything more about a permutation that we might try? In which case, yeah, no. Doxy's like very tempted. Like, Captain, shall I just try something?
Simon, do we have anything to go off of beyond what we know now, or
You know that each combination of liver is actually like coordinates that you would enter. Arcane coordinates to go into the door. Actually, from that 23, you would also know, or at least hypothesize, that this is one of the fabled doors of the City of Doors. Someone stole it
Oh.
and fit it on your ship.
Okay, you know what? Let's try. Okay, if Sickle's supposed to be the center of the multiverse,
You said let's try something, right?
yeah, well,
Doxy's already got like hands on levers.
Make an educated guess. When you're at the equator,
Crank.
try and make it try and set the coordinates to what you think would be
Crank.
the center of the universe, multiverse.
Crank. And Doxy does so. Like he's been basically like actively, again, kind of an effect of the spell that you cast on me. His brain is just racing. So like as you were speaking, his brain was already doing like a million or way more than, far too many calculations than should be possible. Yes. I think I've done it, Captain. And like stares at the
Clank, clank, clank. The door to the fridge disappears.
5
I rolled a-
ones.
In its place, which number did you roll?
I rolled technically a 2
All right, you hear
on a D10.
the rumbling of an earthquake. Sand and dust and pebbles breach through the gate and begin to fill up the room. It goes
roll
all the
again.
way to your ankles.
I roll again. That doesn't seem right.
You switch it. The portal opens. You hear cries of war, of battle, blasters going off. You hear a spaceship inches away from you, right beyond the door, just zoom past. Explosions. There's the piece of a space helmet that just tumbles through with like half a face still inside.
I don't think this is the right door. And I roll again. I rolled a 1.
I want you both to make a strength saving throw.
No! Oh my
No,
god, my
we're
worst
dead.
one!
We're dead.
We're so done!
That's gonna be fun.
Natural 1! Oh no, sorry. It's a 2, which minus 1 is a 1.
I got a 14.
The
Wait, do I have is this a magical effect? Because then I can have a advantage on this.
No, it's actually a quite physical effect.
Oh boy.
The portal opens and wind suck you inside.
Does it
Doxy.
suck him or does it suck both of us?
It only sucks Doxy. Doxy, you find yourself in the clouds. There's just clouds around you. Planets
I'm
in
like
the
immediately
sky.
Spacewalking. I'm like, what? Oh
There's-
no! I convert my modular gadget into a jetpack.
Okay, you can like you're drifting away from the door. You see it. It's a circle standing in the middle of nowhere. And then as you
How
look
far
around,
is he from the door?
let's say 50 feet.
Damn it.
All around this door, this fridge, you have countless other similar doors.
Oh,
One
in the
of
space that I'm
them-
in?
Yeah, one of them ejects a bird creature like an Avera, but with 4 wings. And he's just zooming past, exiting one door and going inside another one. There is a mighty fluff-covered white dragon with the head of a dog that flies overhead.
Never-ending story.
And you
That's not fair.
there seems to be gravity, but there's no bottom. There's no land. You just fall constantly.
Well, I have the jetpack, so I'm floating.
You
Hopefully.
float
Yeah.
back up. You could
Yeah.
go back into the door if you wanted to.
I mean, I think me failing was probably the best option because it's like, gadget, I got something for this. Okay, so I fly back to the door. Captain,
Yeah.
make note. That was a fascinating place. I think it was a nexus for other doors.
You think it was a sickle?
I mean, it just didn't seem like a city. It just
Okay,
seemed
fair
like
enough.
empty sky atmosphere. Well, you're more familiar with it being from a planet. I didn't grow up with it in the flotilla, so I don't really know it too much. But it was beautiful. And then a dragon covered in fur with a dog face flew by, and so many things happened.
Was there a small
and I-
child riding on this dragon?
Wow.
Was the theme music trailing behind something about a never-ending story?
It went by so fast, Captain.
You seem to recall a hunting melody following the dog dragon, but it was so beautiful, and the fact that you can't remember it will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Well, like yeah. So like you see kind of like this gloom / very happy face kind of fall upon Doxy, and so, it was so wonderful, and
Yeah.
and then
So,
and then
when we're done here, you're gonna talk to Zedric, and that's the name, right?
Yeah, it's Redrick.
Okay. Yeah, Zedric, and you're gonna ask her to watch a movie, an old movie. It's called Never Ending Story, and it's probably that. But anyways, let's try another door.
okay, okay. So I'm basically like each time. Now that we have a moment where like we're not in imminent danger, Doxy's like making note of all the different permutations that they've done so
Yeah.
far and like where
Also-
they potentially lead. It's like one of the notations is like danger, war in progress.
I'm
The other is
also
like
to secure
and
us.
people. Was that sorry?
I'm securing us so that doesn't happen again.
Oh yeah, and then there's a secondary note as well where it's like note to yourself, make shield for doorway.
That would be a good idea.
Prevent things from going in and out.
Yes. And then like starts having other ideas of like making sure that we identify who we are going through this doorway is like it seems like anyway yes. So we're gonna try a different permutation. 5.
You switch to 5, and you hear birds chirping.
Oh, that's
Playing
pleasant.
of birds.
Wind in the leaves, vines and dead leaves just like pour out of the door gently, like in a breeze that doesn't reach the ship.
Point of order. Are we like seeing through the doorway onto the other side, or is it like a silvery lens?
It's
kinda
like a
thing?
silver. It's like sort of like the Stargate, like the watery thing.
Right. Okay.
That you need to actually poke your head through to see.
I
Yeah,
poked
that
my
was-
head through.
You poke your head through, and you find yourself.
I push him in.
And you find yourself completely inside a gigantic forest.
Careful, you're gonna see a fawn just walk by with a little girl.
Or a little girl with a basket and a red hood.
Next to you, a small ball of fur comes rolling.
Abort.
Where's my note button?
Is
Where's
there-
my note button?
Is there a lamp nearby? Is this Narnia?
I'm telling you, it is.
It's a small ball of fur about this yay big, and it
It's a treble.
unfurls at your feet.
Nope.
And it
That
looks
thing
at
is
you
not coming on the ship.
and says, "Hi,
We need-
who are you?"
I'm Anders.
I'm
the
on my
captain of
way
the
to a
ship.
magical land.
What's the name of the land?
Here, you're in the Feywild.
Oh, that's. So I just walked through a door.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I don't think he cares.
All right. Well, you have fun doing you.
Hey, you think I'd look good in black?
You know, I think you would.
Nice.
You know what? In fact, here normally I use this for emergency repairs on my suits, but it takes some of this extra fabric. You can have a suit made out of it. It'll look great.
Nice. I'm Death, by the way.
That makes sense. And I walked back through the door.
All right, see ya.
There's nothing to see here.
So, Captain, what did you see?
An angry talking deaf gopher.
This door is very strange. As
Yes.
like Doxy's like got his hands on the on the controls again, and is like starting to like fascinating. 7. We're just going all out.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was gonna say punch in the coordinates. You play with the levers, and the
Ching,
ship
ching,
comes to a
ching.
halt.
And I feel like there's like a cord that I pull like as the final thing.
All around you, alarms go off in the ship. Temperature
Captain?
is rising dangerously.
The temperature's rising?
Yeah, outside of the ship. Like, the shields are soaking it, but it's... You were in the darkness, the blackness of the void, where there was nothing, and you suddenly find yourself...
Fuck.
I mean, we also went into a sun.
Doxy, what did you break?
We may be experimenting with the gate, the refrigerator.
There's a puff of smoke in the corridor between the dormitories where Rosemary and
Is the gate doing its
Rosemary
gate
and
bubble thing?
Whitney.
sleep, and the armory, like the corridor of death. There
Hey,
is now
listen,
a life
don't touch
sign.
my armory, you.
There is a life sign aboard.
Doxy, close the damn gate!
You might not know how yet?
No, I reverted back because I remember one of the permutations. I reverted back to the one that started with our fridge.
Okay, yeah. That would be
Back
number
to
10
printing.
normally. Like, there's 9 combination plus this one. It's like
Right,
turning off
okay.
the machine.
Wait, before we do
Ca-
that,
Captain, there's an invader. Do you want to deal with that now,
I
or
want to find out what is on our ship. Yes.
There's a voice that says, "Well, hello, Captain."
New number. Who this?
You
How
can call
fitting.
me the giver. You can call me the benefactor. You can call me your greatest opportunity in life.
Yeah,
I
change
am-
that gate. Change that gate number.
can I call you? Can I call you ejected into space?
Can we do that? Can we space him?
Well, I
well,
mean,
you're no longer in space as you look outside through the cameras.
fuck.
Wait, so is this an Efreet or is this a devil? You know, like let's just cut to the chase with all the titles.
Oh. Well, if
Well,
you want to
do we-
call me
do we-
by the D word, I don't
I
tend
was-
to like that title, but you can call me the Prince of Lies.
Oh fuck.
What?
I
Yeah,
am
let's
here
let's
to
change that.
serve.
Change it now. Change it now.
I
Did
already
we, did
I
we
already did,
shut it
Captain.
down?
Wait, so it's still here even though the gate changed?
Yep, I've been waiting for a chance to explore another part of the multiverse for ages.
How far? Where? Okay, so the two of you are in the gate room. I'm coming out of my room. I'm slightly pissed and in a bad mood. Eddard's at the
helm.
helm.
Yeah, he was guiding in the direction that you had pointed. I had put like nav coordinates.
She's going to go up to where the being who calls himself the Prince of Lies is.
Edarn, you notice from the radar underneath
Mhm.
you, they're tiny because you're in a ship, but countless creatures are forming a line like so many ants on rusty war machines
Oh Jesus.
powered by like smoke engines. And they
Are we still in the void?
Scream and charge at another group of creatures, and they fight. And when some are just destroyed by either side, they are
Welcome to Avernus.
absorbed into the winner, and the winners mutate into bigger demons and devils.
What?
Yeah, it's the nine. It's the nine.
The nine hells.
The door to
Ah.
the fridge opens up. In steps Asmodeus, dressed in a fine red silk suit.
What's happening?
He looks at Zendak and Doxy and say, I figure that this is probably more adapted, more suited to your universe.
Well, yes.
Oh.
And no.
As long as our
Who are
universe
you?
still stands.
You can call me Asmodeus.
Yes.
Would
I-
Doxy
Oh yeah,
be familiar?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Everybody is. Can I say that I've come up by this point?
Sure.
She's going to reach both hands out onto the captain and Doxy and literally pick them up and pull them behind her.
You would have to enter the room through Asmodeus.
Why? Don't I have to go through the main door?
He's actually, if you look at the map, he's standing here.
Ah.
Yeah, he's not from the portal. He appeared
he
on
came-
the ship.
He came from the other room and walked into
Yeah,
there.
and walked in.
Got
Cool.
it. So he was over here. I can't ping. I don't know how to ping. Here's ping.
Click and hold.
Click and hold if
Ah.
you're on the thing.
Boom. Yeah. So he was there, or they were there, and then they moved over here and came over here. Got it. Okay.
Mr. Prince of Lies, sir.
I like that. Keep calling me sir.
Nope, not going to happen for a very long time. I'm on a ticking clock.
So am
I
I.
have business, and apparently so do you. So what do you want? How can we get gone? I have other things to deal with than you.
You tell him, Keb.
He looks at Zendak and Doxy and then back at you, Kebichet, and he's like, "You're a feisty one. Don't you know who I am?"
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Feisty.
Feisty. Does that usually get you what you want, or have you had your... Like, how many women have surgically removed portions of your body for calling them that, out of curiosity?
So far, none. None have tried. None would be able to.
I'm sure if I put enough effort into it and had a big enough laser scalpel, I could definitely castrate you.
I imagine you like busting out the light force laser scalpel that I made you, like doing a flourish.
You are free to try.
I'm really not going to. It has way too much, not enough time and or effort. But
We were trying to find Sigil.
Oh,
Sigil.
you won't find it.
Sigil.
No, the city's called Sigil. but it's a sigil. I learned it from Matt Mercer.
The
That makes
consternation.
no sense.
I
The
know.
consternation.
Literally makes no
You're-
sense. Linguistically speaking, that makes no sense. It's a city of sigils whereby you transport from. Never mind.
Yep.
I would like a ride. There's a lift system called Splift in
Oh, God.
your universe.
What about Suber? Isn't it a better option?
Spoober? I don't write
Yeah.
anything that starts with poo.
You want to lift.
Uh,
You want to ride.
Oh, yes, I want to ride the highway to hell.
I've heard it's very long and takes a while to get there.
Where?
But I have a then, Mr. Prince of Lies, I have a deal for you.
Ooh, and he gets a contract out.
Yeah. I was about to say.
And she kind of points and goes, "My lawyer will review it before I sign anything."
Ooh, a lawyer. You're a de facto follower of my person.
Eh.
Here, take this contract. Try not to get too over enthusiastic.
He's creepy. I like him.
You need a private room, is that it? Because
I read this thing backwards, forwards, sideways, upside down. You know,
and
Uh,
she just reaches out and puts a hand on you to cast guidance as you do.
And Doxy's like has Loxy kind of like scan it with her beam vision.
That's a cute pet you have.
Oh, thank you. I made her myself.
I made many pets in my days. Most of them tried to kill me afterwards.
I can't imagine why.
Maybe you need a
Yes.
cat.
I am the epitome of charisma and fairness. Everyone's out to get me.
Epitome.
Oh, sorry, that's the DM not being English enough.
No, that's just Kepichet ragging on the giant demon in front of her.
does he look like Tom Ellis? Just curious.
He actually,
Wow.
you know what? That's not what I had in mind, but yes, he's Tom Ellis.
Thank you! I'll take that!
With just tiny little horns.
Got
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Horny
yeah,
Tom Ellis.
okay.
Got it.
Oh yeah, it's
Wow.
horny Tom Ellis.
Yeah, that's...
Sure.
Shit, that was another one of my fictional crushes I could have posted.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
that's not a surprise either. So, Captain,
So after reading this thing incredibly thoroughly,
Make
uh,
an insight check.
Am I still seeing the combat thing happening down
Oh
there?
yeah, literally.
Are we still in
Some-
Void, or are we somewhere else?
You're
and
in
this
hell.
is a
We're in
business. This is a business deal,
Yes, it
correct?
is.
So I get advantage
Yes.
plus guidance.
plus guidance. 22, and I've already used Genius, so I can't reroll.
It's okay. He only has a plus 12 on his
Yeah,
deception check.
that's okay. Better than-
The contract is simple. Your eternal servitude in exchange for a lift to your universe.
What?
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
It's like full of loopholes, but essentially that's what it is. Like your souls and you lift them. Like there's nothing for you to gain in that.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
at
it's like
all.
I'm like currently like drafting a new contract, and basically like we give him a lift, he takes us back to our universe, and I don't know. Do we want to get something else out of this?
Of course.
Well,
Do
Do you
Kepichet-
really want to try to get anything else out of Asmodeus?
Yeah, I do.
Kepichet's the thing is like if he wants a ride on the highway to hell, that's great. You can ride all you want.
I mean, also there's the moral quandary of like, do we really want to give Asmodeus a ride out of the 9 hells?
I don't think. I mean, like
Do we
I
know
can't
a way
plane
out?
shift, so we don't have a way out.
No,
I mean, I personally have a way out, but
we
we'll have
just-
to leave the ship.
we just plane shifted with the ship
Yeah, but
via the
Yeah,
portal.
how do you plan on getting Ozymandias off this ship?
So while this has all been going on, how would we say this? While this has all been going on, I've tried to figure out how the because sensor readings, like I saw that we're in a new plane of existence. That I probably had a couple of cameras pop up as soon as like battle and things kind of happened.
And I'm hailing you guys at this point because
Yes.
Yeah.
and like editors in my ear like saying, guys,
You often have to get the wipers going to like because some demons
Get
just like
demon
ram
blood.
into the ship.
well, I mean, are we like up in the atmosphere? Like,
Yeah,
anyway.
you're up
demons.
in the
Oh, right,
atmosphere
right.
of hell.
Some,
like
yeah.
low atmosphere.
There's like another level of hell right above us.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Captain, I think it's very simple. We can give this Prince of Lies a ride out. He gives us a ride back to where we need to be, specifically the point of damage within the void that we need to deal with and remove said disease.
Hmm.
And I think that would be entirely fair.
Yeah, so I'm drafting that contract. I'm also going to add that Asmodeus is not allowed to harm us in any way, shape, or form, or to encourage anyone to harm us in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Under no circumstances.
Make a. That's weird. Deception or persuasion, with advantage because it's business related.
And guidance.
Eddie, do you have advantage on that check or not?
I'm trying to remember. It's been a little while. I do have a lot of things that give me like different bonuses and advantages. So give me 1 second.
All right.
I don't think I have anything specifically for circuitry.
So
Um,
27, by the way.
With that 15 Doxy, you would know that basically what happened is the moment you opened the connection to hell,
He took it.
he took it and whisked your ship away. Like, this isn't something that's normal. This isn't something that should happen with the portal. It's just Asmodeus was listening, and the moment a door opened, he just used his, nigh godly powers to whisk the ship away.
Got it.
With that 27 in contract, do you write it on paper? Do you write it on a data pad? What's your medium?
We'll go with datapad.
All right. He takes the data pad. He looks at it. Bites it a bit. Puts on some reading glasses. And just
Of course we would
scrolls
have
through
reading
the
glasses.
contract. He's like, oh my.
Yeah, so he can't harm us or the ship. And he takes us back to where we want to go, and
That
he gets a ride on the ship.
he hands you back the data pad and he's like, that is devilishly well crafted. Well then.
Captain, it seems that that Asmodeus interacted with our portal when we connected,
Yeah, that's what godlike beings tend to do when they see portals into their realms.
and so he pulled us here.
Yep.
I hailed you as one would hail a space cab. Or a spacab.
Let's pick cab.
You know, you don't have to put space in front of everything. Cabs are just cabs.
I'm.
I will honor your contract, little one.
Sign it.
Oh yes, absolutely. Do you want my blood?
No, just signature's fine.
Oh, fine. To my
I mean, if you wish to
greatest
volunteer, if you wish to
Asmodeus.
volunteer your blood for other reasons,
What? No, I hate needles. And
Aww.
he gives Zendak back the data pad and he's like, I will honor your contract if only because you would make a fine devil.
Oh, can I have a hidden clause in there? His
You got
name
a
is now Spasmodeus.
For space, that's what it is.
I will go by Spasmodeus so long as I'm in your part of the multiverse. I saw
but
through
before
my
you
intern. Huh?
Before you enter the ship, there's one minor thing that we need to address.
What?
Your medical well-being and if you're possessed by a lithid or not.
Oh my
Walter,
God.
please be a dear and scan the Prince of Lies for infection with a lithid.
Walter
Doxy, like,
scans-
I feel like Doxy like immediately just has like a light forged like a helmet that just like honk honk like on top of Asmodeus' head, and he's like, what the fuck?
he gets scanned. Walter detects every instance of every STD ever on his person. But you know the Mr. Burns effect?
Yep,
There's so many diseases they can't get through the door.
yep.
Yeah, that's basically it.
The theory that the cure for cancer lives in Keith Richards' bloodstream, but no one else could survive Keith Richards' bloodstream. So
So, Asmodeus says, I am free of illithids or what have you. I cannot be possessed, for I have no soul.
Yeah,
well, that's
you know,
okay. There's still a parasite that could crawl into your brain and eat that out. It doesn't have anything to do with your soul.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate
it's-
parasites. It's the only
it's your
thing.
Brain.
So would you like protection against said parasites?
Does it come in pill form? Suppository? Tell me it comes in suppositories.
You know, if you really want it, I could make it that way for you.
Oh man, there's like a
Oh,
fan
wow.
art scene that just like came into my mind. Oh dear.
An
Be careful,
avalanche.
I
might-
think he
I
has
might-
scrabs.
I might have to commission this from Carlos.
Why are we doing this?
So Asmodeus goes with Kebichet into the medical bay, and we'll fade to black on that.
Uh-huh.
She's also going to treat all of the STDs that he brought onto this ship. Just
You gonna be clean?
It's gonna take a while.
I mean,
Are you kidding? It's her ship, and she's had a really shitty day and is in a fucked up place right now.
But the moment he steps through the door of the medical bay, the ship goes back, warps back into the void.
Before I sign to agree to the contract that he's already signed, I'm going to make sure that he didn't somehow magically alter it.
He did not. Actually, he was impressed enough by how you drafted it. He doesn't really have anything to lose in not harming you or making people harm you.
Yep. And yeah, it was ironclad. It was he is not allowed to harm us, our ship, or influence others to harm us or our ship.
While he's in the med bay, he'll chat with Kebichet, and you'll learn that through his contacts in the multiverse, he discovered that there was a theme park for sale in your part of the galaxy,
oh no.
and he's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to buy it.
That's
no.
currently locked up in a legal.
Yeah, but guess who's gonna come and just meddle in all that?
Oh dear.
I hope you enjoy dealing with lawyers, sir.
Oh, I bet he does.
By the way, it's in the middle-
Spasmodeus says that he has the best name to replace Finn Svisterberg's Fields of Fun.
I hesitate to ask, but I'm sure you're going to tell me anyways.
Asmodeus Asses of Pleasure.
Assets, I think, might work better for you.
I don't know, it starts with AS. Like, it's Asmodeus's AS of Pleasure. Anyway, I'm gonna workshop it. Please continue.
Mm-hmm.
So down at the fridge.
Doxy's still tinkering.
So should I try and banish him?
No, not yet.
No.
I checked
He's not allowed
for
to harm us.
I checked for legendary resistances just in case.
Oh, I'm sure he has those.
Do you care to try another combination at random, Doxy?
No, now that I've started to discern a pattern, because I've done one. How many have I done? 1, 2, 3. I think only 3, 4, No, that's my strength saving throw. No, yeah, 4 or 5. So I've done 5. So I've gotten more than half. So I'm going to try to discern a pattern and see if I can like extrapolate it to the multiverse.
I think I'm at the helm right now crying because I have no clue what's going on.
Kepichet's sending you snarky comments about the fact that she's got a freaking Prince of Hell in her medical lab.
What are we doing with that on board? Why?
Ed, I need you to understand something and understand it very, 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 very clearly.
Yes.
Do not ever accept any deals that he offers you whatsoever. No matter how good it may or may not seem, do not make any deals or agreements with Spasmodeus.
With whom?
The devil.
The big red guy with pointy tail and the horns and
Yes, the
trident?
horny man, yes.
The horny. Okay. Why is he giving us like good deals on stuff?
No, he'll take your soul.
I need that to live.
Yes, yes. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
So if I see him, I have to tell him that my parents warned me about people like him.
No, just ignore him, stranger danger.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
we good now? We still going the right direction?
Yep, you're back in the void, still helming the ship into the right direction.
I'm gonna make the wipers go off a little bit because I got some gunk.
Get the last of the demon parts out off the ship. I posted in Roll20 all 10 different combinations of where the door can lead. The one called material plane is actually just the demi-plane.
The
Fridge.
refrigerator?
part.
Fridge.
Yeah.
We just call it the fridge.
Yeah, I should have called
The ice box. It's where we put people to. No. Anyway,
The
sorry.
fridge.
Whoa.
The fridge. Yeah. So, Doxy, out of pure curiosity, would like, oh, fascinating. Try to. And now, like, I feel like he's set up an installation.
Wait, where's Hell?
It's 7.
Well, he listed them all out and just
It's in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
he
in there.
listed air, earth, fire, water, Feywild, Shadowfell, Mechanus.
No.
next
Hell,
to my
Mechanus. Yeah.
because
Oh,
it puts the
right.
first
Yeah,
line
yeah.
next to my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't throw people off at all.
Yeah, Wandering DM's hell. But yeah, so Doxy would set it to Mechanus just out of pure curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
and also like you would, he's been building like a little light contraption that now projects the map that we have. So it's like permutations and like associations and all that kind of stuff. So that we know in the multiverse, the map of or whatever map we have of the multiverse, that's what's up.
Hey, do I know about inevitables?
What?
Simon, do I know what inevitables are?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Okay, and I do get advantage because of myth and legend.
Oh yeah, you definitely know about
Whoa!
inevitables.
Yeah, don't stay very far away from Mechanus.
What?
Okay. So
Well, you're not in the room, right? Or are
I
you?
am.
Yeah.
I've been helping you with this thing the whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you went off with Asmodeus.
No,
I
I'm sorry.
I did that.
Yeah, I thought you both did. Okay.
Yeah. So
So Doxy's like in the process of like after creating this map, and you see like him starting to put in the coordinates to Mechanus, and you're like,
yeah, stay very far away from Mechanus. Have you ever heard of the inevitables?
have I? I don't know.
That would require an Arcana check because it's a creature from another plane.
Right. And I mean, I definitely, yeah, and also, I'm not super planar, I don't think. Yeah, Doxy hasn't done much plane hopping. Let's see. Arcana check, you said?
Yep. Nah, that doesn't tell you
It's a
anything.
straight 10. Yeah.
Okay, basically, they're enforcers of universal law. Now, things like cheating death, breaking, contracts with godlike beings and things like that, they all have unique inevitables that pursue those who break those universal laws. Now, if we're talking about fiddling with time, there's probably an inevitable that might not be too keen on that.
That is a fair point, Captain. Fair point. Well, if I recall now, looking at this map I've constructed,
It's also worth mentioning that our ship has been traveling through time multiple times already.
Indeed. Well, that said, we've already encountered the Feywild, and the elvish civilization, very old elvish civilization, that has tinkered with time, could potentially be connected to that.
Makes sense. I mean, the Feywild is about as chaotic as you get without going to a place like, Pandemonium or Limbo, where it's
You're
just...
very knowledgeable of the multiverse, Captain. I'm very impressed.
I read a lot of books.
Indeed. And Doxy's now taking notes of all the things he needs to read up on because we're dealing with multiverse shit, and Doxy's I must know these things. He tells Loxy to start cataloging
Start recording.
data.
Okay.
Yeah. Which when I leveled up, I did say, or my minimum roll for an Arcana check is 15.
15?
15, yeah.
Okay, so you can decide to... Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
you can
shit.
decide to have
That's
15.
right. Yes.
So
yes.
you would have
Okay.
heard about the inevitables, just a bit. You would have heard
Okay.
about, enforcers of cosmic law.
I kind of feel there's a little whisper in my ear from Doxy or Loxy. Sorry, I get myself confused sometimes. From
You just look
Loxy,
confused with yourself.
and it just looks like a cute little alien cat that just goes in the hologram. Anyway, yes, inevitables. Oh, that would have been bad. Okay. Well, maybe we should deal with one thing at a time. Let's go check on Asmodeus.
Yeah.
We have a map now. Now we just need to figure out where we need to go.
Yeah, though I would have loved to have been able to open a door to Sigil, if it even
Yes.
really exists.
It doesn't seem this door goes to that place.
I was hoping maybe if it was from that place, maybe there would be a home setting,
I mean, maybe one day I can figure out, with your help, how to extend its capabilities to a new place. Or maybe if we find a new disc, Captain. And it's all run by a disc.
Is there a place to put the codex in here?
Oh, shit. That was Eddie.
We're going to
not
take a
Doxy.
break on that.
Oh!
And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, everyone. Stick around. And we are back. Ooh, that was a bit laggy, but we are back. Could you put Un's codex in place of the stone disc?
Oh, fuck.
Yes, you can. It seems to fit almost as if it was made for this.
That sounds like a great idea.
So
I do the thing.
yeah, just describe to me what you're doing right now, because Doxy may have a reaction.
Honestly, the way it sounds. There's a circle in the circle, and I put the circle in the circle.
Yeah, you remove the stone disc from its like pillar.
Oh! I didn't think I was removing this. I thought it was like putting in a CD-ROM essentially.
Oh no, it's like a record player basically. So you
Yeah.
remove the previous
Yes.
record and you put the new one on.
Okay, I do that. Unless Doxy tries to
Captain-
stop me.
Captain, how does the artifact, how does it work?
Well,
Before
I start going into like the mechanics of the universe, because that's what Un's codex like imparts on the person attuned to it. So I go, so this works like this, and somehow our relationship is reversed for once, where I am just talking over his head on like just the ridiculous complexities that are the universe.
What, Captain? What?
Just watch, and I switch them.
And you switch them and you close the panel, and then what do you do with the levers?
We don't know the mapping, Captain, and like the map disappears because it's now like.
I put it on 10.
It was already on 10 as since 10 is like the offline mode. Nothing happens.
Oh, sorry. I put it on. We'll go with 9, I guess.
You put it to 9. You move the levers. There's a cackling of electricity. A burst of light emanates from the portal. But nothing else. Like there's the shimmering water-like substance. But
And then
after
a light
the
projects.
burst of light, well, there was a burst
Oh.
of light, and then it
Oh, okay.
fades. There's no sound coming out of it.
Check outside. I radio to the pilot.
To Eddard?
Yeah.
Are you muted?
No? Say that again?
You're good.
Are we in the void?
We are in the void. We weren't in the void like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Check
I
again
saw some
now.
crazy shit.
You check again outside.
Yes.
You are still in the void.
Void.
Okay.
Yeah.
False alarm.
I poke my head through the door.
You poke
To
your head
the
through
shimmering gateway?
door, and you find yourself on an alien ship. You are inside some sort of organic stronghold.
Would I recognize this at all?
It feels very mind flayery.
Oh, fuck.
So do you immediately?
I immediately come out, like mentally, like Doxy's just like, well, fuck, and then comes out, and like puts the lever back on 10. Captain,
Yep.
that somehow took us to a ship, and not just any ship, but.
Mind flayers?
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, you kind of freaked out there. All right, so let's try 8.
No, Captain. We're not doing this again.
You put it on 8.
Mm-hmm.
There is once again lightning, a flash of light, and the wobbling of the door.
And nothing seems to show up outside of that room, right?
Nope, you're still in the void. Who
I poke
steps-
my head through.
Be
Be
You
ready on the
have-
levers just in case as I poke my head through.
Okay.
You find yourself on a mind flayer ship. You stand inside a room roughly
Oh no
the
no!
same
I'm
size.
only my head. Only my head.
Your head stands inside a room roughly the same size as the fridge room.
Wait. So is it? I am like tapping furiously on the captain's shoulder.
I'm-
Captain.
I just
Captain!
I like my
Captain!
hand just goes up 1
Captain.
second, and I'm just doing a perception check real quick. Do I notice anything about this room?
It is circular compared to the room that you stand in right now, which is square.
Mhm.
It has a domed ceiling, only one exit, a long tunnel that leads to a staircase in front of you.
Anything in it, or anyone in it?
No one in it, but you
Okay,
have the feeling that so many things are trying to pry into your thoughts.
I immediately pull out my head and switch the door. Or have Eddard, or not Eddard, Doxy switch.
What was it, Captain?
Mind Flayer ship again.
Interesting.
Okay.
Captain,
Yes.
I trust you're not causing more problems.
No, we are being absolutely careful with this. We have many safety systems in place now.
Captain, which lever should I pull now?
Try 5th configuration.
If you
Thank you
touch-
for checking on us. And I click.
Wait, what?
Eddard, engage autopilot, get down there, and pull them away from that door before I lose my temper.
Ooh, lose
All
your
right.
temper. What are you gonna do,
Well-
dog?
Walter, initiate code temper tantrum. And the door seals.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, I'm gonna get this soldering kit.
You get the soldering kit.
That take a second.
You
So-
have 2 other configurations to try before Eddard breaks through. Which ones
Alright.
do you try?
5.
I go to 5.
Oh yeah, breaching charges.
Illithid ship.
Oh, oh, it's an okay.
And
Anything different about the room this time?
No, it's the same room. It's the exact same place.
oh, it's the same room every single time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I shut down the door back to 10. Captain,
So
I'm-
Oldun Codex leads
I'm
to Mind Flayers.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Um,
we know what the Codex does. I take it off the thing.
And I replace it with the other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Disengage Operation Temper Tantrum, or codename Temper Tantrum.
Protocol.
Protocol. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
The
I
blast
got you.
doors open right as you're about to break through. There's now a gigantic hole in them.
I imagine he. Oh yeah. Oh. Eddard.
All right, you're coming
I'm
with
gonna-
me. I'm gonna grab
I'm
your
gonna-
boat.
No! I need to
Yep.
fix the door.
Nope. Nope.
I cast
come on.
Vanish.
Nah.
No! What
Wait.
is going on the ship?
We've
He
had this
grabbed me.
we've
Bad
had this-
touch.
We've had this conversation, Captain.
Alex, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh yeah, that.
I'll save
sorry.
17.
Wait, I assume that I would know that this is happening, right?
Well, all of a sudden, Eddard disappears from your life sensors.
Water shut down, full automation. Close the ship down. I'm invoking doctor's privilege. The captain has become a danger to the crew.
And
Oh,
Walter
man.
says, I am not going to step in this fight.
Usually mom and dad.
Shut the ship down so that when Eddard reappears, he doesn't get trapped somewhere in space.
Oh, that would be a good idea. The ship lurches forward and stops.
I was gonna go retrieve him.
Captain, what are you doing? Why is Eddard gone? What did?
He grabbed us.
Yes, he did. Because the two of you can't act like adults.
I mean, I was just conducting an
Doxy!
experiment, trying.
Doxy,
Yes.
yes or no? Did you engage any safety protocols? Tell anyone else what you were doing? And make sure that everyone knew what the hell was going on. And or have someone there to pull you back if shit went to hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Ew.
there. We stuck each other's heads in one at a time.
Man, that sounds
And
safe.
what happened? And what? Please explain to me what would happen if the portal closed on your head.
Well, I didn't do that.
No, because you were very, very lucky.
No, because we made sure it was stable first.
Really?
Because we know-
I have a prince of hell in my medical facility.
Yes, when a godlike being interferes with things, weird things happen because godlike beings are godlike beings. You know, like the void. When the void, stops time.
Yes, I'm very aware of when the void.
We.
Um,
Some amount of preparation would prevent the void from stopping time.
Nope, but we at least had a pleasant conversation, and it didn't involve hell.
Doctor?
Yes.
And you turn around and Asmodeus is sitting like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park.
Yes,
And he
of
says,
course.
I feel
This is
ill.
what I wanted to see.
I require your services.
Hot.
Sounds
Bam.
like you're busy.
Dun
You can't pay
dun
me
dun dun.
enough for that right now. Realistically, in fact, I don't think anyone on this ship can pay me enough. I have an appointment with, I'm sorry to say this, Prince of Lies, slightly higher authority.
Oh, like the one you're about to run into.
Oh,
And there is a ping on the radar.
well, we're stopped, so we're not going anywhere.
No, something
Running into
approaches you.
us.
Yeah.
So
That's not the same thing as we running into them because we're stopped so that our pilot can come back after our captain decided to space him.
And
now
Eddard
you
comes
hear
back.
from
I
outside.
didn't space
Because
him.
I'm outside at this point. The
No,
ship
no,
is
no.
advanced.
The ship stopped. The
The
ship
ship
stopped
stopped.
a moment after.
And it's like up.
It would be nice if I was outside just knocking at the door.
You would be dead.
You would be dead.
No,
and
I
that's
am
why,
the life suit.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
true. You have a life suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, yeah. I
uh,
was about to say.
But she's like Eddard.
Yeah.
Captain, I think we've been
Oh.
pushing our luck with Kebichet. Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
have I banished any of you at any point in time?
That wasn't on Noble Comms, by the way. That was directly to
No.
the captain.
yeah. Hey, yeah, no, I get it, but also bad touch.
I don't understand. What?
I would not bad touch you.
Oh.
Did you
oh.
not? Yeah, he grabbed us.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
I mean, if we
fair.
wanted to
I
do
mean-
this, I have other things to worry about, apparently. And Captain Anders,
Yeah.
control your desire to play with the forces of the universe for 2 minutes while we try and fix the forces of the universe. By the way, you have a little godling that's hanging around. You want to deal with that? And she just walks out.
Hmm.
Towards whatever's coming towards us.
There is something that's
Cap-
been creeping towards you.
Captain, that went well. However, I think maybe we should deal with Asmodeus. I think your arrival may be delayed. We have something to take care of. And Doxy's going to go to engineering and like calm specifically Eddard and be like, Eddard, maybe we should get moving. And
Was
and
it what now?
we should get moving.
Yeah, I mean, both of you out of there. I'm gonna go back to the helm and see what's approaching.
I'm gonna go to engineering.
I'd check on Tom Ellis.
Oh, hey, Captain.
Chaotic day to day.
Huh?
You know, universe is ending. Get sucked into the void, which is a place simultaneously adjacent to everywhere and adjacent to nowhere. Watch a god die. Watch another god get sick. Get pulled into hell.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah. Crazy day.
Anything you want me to do for you?
Just leave Kevachet alone as best you can. She's a little stressed at the moment, and I don't need that right now.
So, if I hear you right, and he produces a data pad, you would want me to lay off Kebichet.
Do what you want, and I walk out.
Outside on your radar, there is another colossal being made of tentacles
Oh,
and 3 eyes, one on top of each other. It's got a humongous brain that protrudes out from the back of its skull. Its tentacles extend into the darkness of the void. They seem to be attached with something, yet you cannot see on the radar what they are attached to. But it uses them to move closer to you. Its enormous mouth open, just devouring the essence of the void.
I think at this point I would simply turn on the
Doxy?
comms and simply say, remember when we were planning on destroying the mother of all brains?
Yes.
I think I found it.
Hey, Doxy, I want to do something stupid.
Can I shoot it?
Go right ahead.
yes,
Actually, I
Captain.
have a big idea, but go right ahead if that makes you feel better.
I want to put a tracker on that mind flayer ship.
Oh, that's smart.
We
However,
wouldn't
like
even have to
Doc-
enter it. I mean, not right now. We're busy.
yeah. Like Doxy's like, Captain. However, we have imminent issues, and he's like tracking this like gargantuan.
This look like Kebachet's a doctor, right? And her core being, aside from being a cleric, which is her faith, she's also a doctor. Giant thing with tentacles, 3 eyes, mouth, moving forward, devouring, but like attached to. I mean, one could possibly say this is like a virus or a bacteria of some sort that needs to be excised.
It
From an
actually
ED?
looks more like, well, make an Arcana check.
I was thinking like a tick.
Yes.
Or like a medical.
No, actually Arcana.
Oh.
Okay, well, she's gonna cast guidance on herself to see if she can figure this out because she knows that she needs to.
Ooh.
Not that it's gonna do a whole lot.
No, man.
No.
Ooh.
It looks like a giant version of a Mind Flayer larva.
Ooh, she knows what to do with that. Hey,
That big?
Doxy?
Yes, Kebichet, and like is very hesitant and like, kind of.
You know that very nice scalpel you built me?
Yes, of course.
Could you put one on the front of Lola?
Yes, I think I can.
Good. We're going to lobotomize a giant mind flayer lava.
Ha! That sounds fun. I'm there. I'll see you in the hangar bay. And Doxy like grabs a whole bunch of tools and like puts them into a big sack, and like materials and such, and then starts running down to the hangar bay.
Because she's done this before on smaller things, so she knows exactly where, theoretically, on this lava, the point of their brain is.
Oh, you can see the brain.
So she's just going to treat it exactly like she did in the smaller section. She's just going to treat it much, much bigger. I mean, how large would I mean, I guess I should have asked before I said this. Is this the size of the ship thingy?
Yeah, this is a mega-sized creature.
It's bigger than your ship.
Okay, then maybe not.
So
Lola.
it's ultra.
Well, no. I mean, Lola could still work. She'd tell Doxy to get Lola ready, and then she'd turn to.
If you look at what Justin posted in the Twitch chat, you'll see the size comparison.
Oh.
Yep. Technically, what I sent was the Gigapod, but
But it's roughly the same thing.
yeah.
Cap, could you load up your biggest spell into the mega particle cannon?
The arcane cannon. Yes, that was
Thank
the other
you.
thing. Could you be prepared for that? Actually, I'll prep the spell, and then someone else can I do that? Can I prep the spell and have someone else fire it?
No, because it takes an action to switch roles. If you prepped and then switched, the spell would fade by the time that someone got in the ship or onto the cannon.
Okay. Well, Doxy, I can't come with you, so you're going to have to listen to me exactly and do exactly what I say when I say it.
Oh, sure, of course. And actually, can I just produce a remote control? What is it called? The remote piloting system. I never actually chose the device that I was going to have for whatchamacallit. So I'll just say I have the remote piloting system. And I'm like, actually, I've been tinkering with this for a while, and you can just control Lola from here.
Mm-hmm. I think okay. Well, I'll talk you through it, and you'll do exactly what I say. For my recollection, the rules for the arcane cannon is it has to take one action, and
One action to charge, one action to fire.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be single target evocation spells, but I think Simon has given some flexibility on this particular one. So you'll have to defer to him for the differences.
Yeah, single target. I basically said single target spells.
Yeah, you said single target or the spiritual weapon.
Just
effectively a single target. It's just
for context, is this thing moving slowly towards us?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like it's eating at the void and walking.
well,
Kind of like
really don't
like a slug almost.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Or like
It just
the
eats-
Langoliers.
it eats-
You ever watched old bad Stephen King movies?
Oh man.
So, other question. So she's going to turn and look at this and say, I really have a actually really good idea. Run up to the arcane cannon and say, Doxy, be prepared to do exactly what I say when I say it, and we have a hole to dig, right?
Oh.
And she, like, kind of draws exactly where it's going to
Yeah.
be. And it'll be perfectly highlighted for you. Because she's going to... and, Eddard, please make sure that we don't die in the meantime.
I mean, have you seen the size of that thing? No promises.
Roll for initiative then.
Oh, the music changed. Ah!
And I'm going to say...
Did it? Because it didn't do it.
Yeah, I can hear it change.
I'm
We
gonna
have combat music.
brace for impact for my action. But I better roll that initiative because my initiative determines when we all act. Let's see here.
Hello, Stream Kitty. Number 2.
Yeah, the other stream kitty's back here,
Ah.
just chilling.
Damn it.
8. Well, it's okay.
Well, so far I play first, you all play after.
Yep.
Yep.
Question: would I have time to have charged the arcane cannon?
I'll give all of you one action
Okay.
before the fight, because you have time to prepare.
Okay, if we have one action before the fight, I will have used my action to say fire at will, and given one gunner the ability to fire one weapon.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh. Okay, question for you. So I know this may get a little funky because I did say I have the remote piloting. Can I be in the engineering bay and remote piloting the Lola?
Yeah, but your action would have to be either with Lola or with the engineering bay.
Okay. So what I'll do, yeah, we'll do that for now, and maybe like Rosemary or someone can, I don't know. We'll see.
You are currently, by the way, 1,000 feet from the creature.
Okay. So what does remind me what the range on the arcane cannon is?
Your spell times 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, spell range times 100.
Oh, we're fine. We're so fine.
Just for my reference, where's the ship combat rules again? Never mind. I may have found it.
Assuming we're using final 1.2, yeah, 189.
Yep. So I charged the arcane cannon.
All right. The creature will go. And as your ship or the creature approaches the ship, it lifts a tentacle up and just swipes at the ship 4 times.
Ah.
Does it hit the ship on a 20?
What's our AC again?
Our AC is 15, 8, but our shields are 28.
Yeah, but the shield is it's like
Yeah.
temporary HP.
No,
14 is the armor class.
All right.
no, 15 because it's +1 to everything.
Plus 1 to anything is 15, yeah.
It hits 4 times.
Nice.
I need to improve our ship.
What is 7 times 8? 56?
Mm-hmm.
The ship takes 89 points of mega damage.
Cool.
Minus 28
Jesus.
shield.
Minus the 28 from the shield.
So that's 61.
And we have 125 hit points.
Basically, it's dropped down to half HP.
1 round. That's fabulous.
Twitch and Walter actually sends a message that the ship cannot handle another attack such as this.
Very aware of that, Walter.
I will be turning around.
Nope. Keep pointed this way. I need you to keep pointed this way.
Well, no, we can turn around and you can fire the other way still. I think,
you
right?
mean-
It's not directional. It's not like stuck to forward. I think.
Is there is the cannon
yes.
fixed?
Yeah,
Cannon-
the cannon is fixed front
The
facing.
cannon is fixed.
Oh,
So
But I can let you. So depending on what your initiative order is.
Well, we operate simultaneously, quote unquote,
Okay.
based on the captain's initiative, which unfortunately I rolled. But
But Alex could delay from
yeah,
11 to 8.
since we all operate on the same turn, anyways, when a captain is in the captain's role, we can operate in whatever order is most beneficial to us.
Mhm.
So, like,
So-
I could declare, say, full speed ahead or brace for impact before anything happens. For example, when I use my action to say fire at will. Did anyone actually fire a gun?
No, because I was told that I had to charge the cannon.
Usually we have Whitney on a cannon.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mhm.
That's my bad.
And I will turn around after we're done firing the cannon. We have flee the scene, which gives us a 500 feet of movement.
I was planning on using full speed ahead to this time.
Okay.
She fires and hit the creature, dealing 12 points of mega damage to it. It's like a pin.
It's like,
hitting
does
the
it
thing.
laugh?
If it could, it probably would.
All right, so I'm gonna go with brace for impact. So if anytime we take damage for the rest of the turn, I reduce damage by 1d6. And then we can move on to the engineer and the pilot and the gunners. Probably want to have the gunners fire before we turn around.
Yeah, I might want to go first.
I'm still trying to find ship combat so I can figure out what the heck I could do.
Hmm.
Here we go.
189.
Oh, that was Whitney's hit.
Yeah, Whitney crits
Ooh.
and deals 35 points of damage.
Damn, the first one was a warning shot.
That's good, Whitney. I'm so glad you did that, darling. Here, let me help. Well, let me rephrase that. Let me make sure that Lola does what I really want. No, wait. Why did it roll like that?
Right, it rolls an attack.
No, yeah, but usually it delays it for a second until after I do something. Never mind.
Oh, you were gonna select a different level spell?
Yeah. Oh, but it'll do it with the damage if that hits. But she's also got...
16 misses.
That's okay. See, that's the thing that's weird, because usually it asks you to select the level and then do it, and, you know. But...
Yeah. Roll20 has interesting quirks sometimes.
She's going to, at the same time as she's done that, cast Bless on herself, but she's using her other racial ability to just reach up and clasp her holy symbol and say, well, I'm sorry I missed on the first round. Hey, Doxy, hit this general area, and she'll, like, draw a circle on a hard light screen about where exactly the lobotomize this stupid thing.
Oh, okay.
She was trying to give you advantage, but it didn't work.
Oh, I see. So, well, just out of curiosity, you're asking me to do that in Lola?
Yeah, but you're the engineer. You're probably going to need that first.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Yeah,
we need those shields back.
Yeah. I was like, I can do that. Yes. Okay. So ship combat. It's kind of like we're all going now, and we choose when we go in order.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can get our shields back. But honestly, like,
We need them.
This might be the time to... I mean, so the engineer really should go right after the captain most of the time, because like things like overloading overcharging the ship,
Right.
affects the pilot and the gunner.
Well, the
then
gunner
also-
critted in this instance, so...
Yeah. Well, the overcharge gives you extra attacks, is what it
Oh, okay.
does.
oh, right.
Yeah, every gun would be able to make an additional attack.
Okay, well, so it looks like what I'm doing is going to overcharge, which also gets recharges the shields completely, and every gun. Yeah, okay, but I can't use it again for 1 minute.
Yep. So it would be 10 rounds without the overcharge ability.
So, Should I wait until the next turn then?
Yeah, probably. You might want to just do a shield repair if you can. Well, actually, that's a bonus action is recovering the shields.
Okay.
Sorry, that's swapping shields. I'm sorry, I'm going off of memory.
Yeah. Directing
Um,
power. Yeah.
You regain
Okay.
half of them at the beginning of initiative. Is what it is. Is what I'm trying to. It was what I was trying to think of. So we have half of them.
How about this? Is there a way for me to activate those drones that we have that fix the ship?
The healing drones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be using your action to basically cast Cure Wounds on the ship.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna use my action to do that, and then bonus action redirect the shields to be in the front once they get reactivated.
Well, if we're turning around, you might want to put them on the back.
And yeah, put them in the back then. Well, because I thought we were facing forward.
We are right now, but
sorry, I'm a little lost with the combat, so I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Gonna redirect the shields to the back and heal the ship.
Then
put on the harness for the remote piloting, getting ready for the next turn.
Okay, so do your healing. Roll for healing.
All right, what is that? It's 1d6 or something like that.
We said 1d6, 1d6.
4.
The ship regains 4 hit points. It is now at 65. It was at 125 minus 60. Minus 61, so that's 66 plus 4, so it's at 70 hit points. And then Eddard.
I could go and pilot Lola and do the thing while Twitch pilots the ship. That would force me to switch role, therefore I would lose my turn just going to the ship. But I could bring out some help.
That would... Yeah.
Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Switch role. Going to go and pilot the
Lola.
attack ship. Yep.
So our ship doesn't move this turn.
Seems like it.
And our ships are facing to the back.
Wait, what?
Well, you put the ships to the back because Eddard...
The shields. He's talking about the shields.
Yeah, they're facing the back because Eddard was going to turn the ship around, and then Eddard decided to not turn the ship around.
Wait.
Well, in that case, yeah, I mean, we're right in front of the thing, and it can attack us. I might as well just hightail out of there. We have flee, so I can make sure that we really get out of reach before just deploying the ship. Well, the fighter.
Yeah. I'm saying use your action this turn to turn around and flee, because we moved the shields to the back of the ship to protect the back because you said that's what you were going to do this turn.
Okay, I'll turn the ship around.
All right, where is Flee? Oh, Flee.
It's on their ship stats.
The ship's movement is increased by 500 feet if it is moving away from another ship. Yeah, but it's a ship, a creature, sure. So you can move. What is it?
9.
Hey, I didn't put the. Oh yeah, 4,000 feet this turn.
You can also use the ability Evasive Maneuvers. If you're looking on page 191.
Yeah.
When you do so, until the beginning of your next turn, you add your dexterity mod to the ship's AC and have advantage on dex saving throws you make on behalf of the ship.
Let's do that.
Well, you do that, or you move, or can you do both?
We can either flee the scene or do evasive action, but we can move either way, is my understanding.
Well,
Um,
evasive,
Power
Because
moving.
here's the thing, even with
Mhm.
evasive action, I'll remind you that I have a plus 13 to hit, and I make
Mm.
4 attacks.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
flee.
Yeah, let's go with the move. Just the hard
Yeah.
move action.
Flee.
All right, you turn around and put some distance between you and the creature.
Yes.
You are now out of reach of its tentacles. You are 5,000 feet away. It is coming for you. But that's where we're going to end tonight.
Ah. So now we can figure out ship combat and try again. Yeah, I was getting a little lost there, but thank you.
But now
Thanks
you're
for-
at least within a certain, safe zone of the thing.
Yeah.
There's a buffer.
There, yeah, definitely. So, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you. Did you enjoy this first episode of our new season? Let's start with our engineer, Doxy.
Oh man. So I'm Eddie Freeman. You can find me on the Twitters and such at Pixel Pirate with the first E being a 3. And yeah, this episode was fantastic because when I was like, Doxy, let me slip back in there. But then yeah, Portal, fantastic shenanigans, a lot of fun. Yeah. Lots of fun. We're getting some crazy shit.
And moving on to the captain, let's say, the other half of the testers of the portal.
I love that this episode devolved into Captain and Engineer test the space portal very quickly. It made me smile inside. But I am the community director of Mage Hand Press. We developed this book. Literally just 5 seconds ago, we finally released the final version of Dark Matter. There's no planned updates. These are the files that the file you can download as soon as I get it to. It's on a BackerKit now, available for download. And as soon as I get off, I'm going to be uploading it onto Drive2RPG in the Mage Hand Press store. And if you've already purchased the book, you'll get an email on the update. Anyways, I digress. The book's available for purchase. You can get a discount on it, 15% off on the store using Wandering DM. It's fun. It's space. It's D&D. It's great.
What about the episode, man? Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I did it in reverse order.
Yeah. That's what. Brains on the fry.
And
Right.
what about our pilot?
Can't wait for next week, wherein we are trying to kill something that is way bigger than us. Maybe we'll just Goliath. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, we have a demon devil now. Can we just launch him into a torpedo tube at the thing, see what happens? I mean,
We don't have any demon. We have Tom Ellis.
a devilishly good-looking guy.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh man, the puns
All
have been
right.
on point tonight. Oh man.
All right. Well, in the end, you can find me on Twitter at @the_Gambit, and I will see you next week.
Cool. And lastly, our doctor and medic.
Hey y'all, this was fun. I had a good time. Kebichet's in a really weird place right now, but I had fun. It'll be great. Yeah, I laughed at the captain and the engineer screwing around with shit. Kebichet didn't. It was an interesting place, but I had fun, and I have plans for ship-sized. Like, have you ever seen that 1970s movie where they shrink the ship down and they go inside the human body
Yeah.
to attack the invasive parasite species, whatever? Like, that is what Kebichet's gonna run on this giant thing. Just that. Picture that. But as for me, I'm at Dear Gentleman on Twitter or Praxorth as Meaphoria, as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. And I will be back here on Saturday for some more Vampire the Masquerade fun, and we will have a guest again this week, which will be a lot of fun. And I can't wait for the shenanigans that are going to unfold there. So many things, so many things. And then check my Twitter because I always post where I'm going to be. And I posted the game. Again, pinned tweet is the game that I wrote. I really appreciate some feedback from anybody, but give it a look, see what you think. Appreciate it.
And thank you everyone for playing. Thank you to all of you who watched on Twitch. Those of you that watch on YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you for the donations, the subscriptions, and just the fun puns in chat. I am Simon at Wandering DM. We will see you on Saturday for Vampire the Masquerade. On Friday, you can catch me over on Off the Table playing in the Lady Blackbird campaign, Adventures in the Dark Blue. And next week, we don't have anything on Monday, so that is it for the next couple of days. We have found our players for the Cyberpunk campaign, so we will be announcing all of that soon. And if you keep an eye out, I will announce when we're going to start with this new campaign. On that note, let's go and raid. Thank you, Lord Conti. I will pick someone that we can go raid. Who do we have?
Thank you, Godless
Scrat?
Lawyer.
Oh, it's
Thank you,
Godless
Godless Lawyer, for gifting that sub to Lord Conti.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the right thing. Thank you, Godless Lawyer. It only popped like Lord Conti is now a wanderer on my screen, and so I had a little trouble.
We got Scrat running Apotheosis.
Yeah, let's go raid Scrat.
Mhm.
It's always fun to watch Scrat play games, and the Academy is a wonderful place for new and returning players alike. So let's go and say hi to Scrat, and we will see you again next week.